Get ready for our game of skill and strategy. Blockbusters! And here's the star of Blockbusters, Bill Rafferty!
Hello. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to all of you guys at home. Happy Monday. This is the way to start off. You've been feeling a little bit down in the dumps this morning. It's the beginning of the week. We're going to get you out of bed with a jolt because we're about to meet our champion right now. Let's go over here and say hello to Bob. Hello, Bob.
Good morning.
Good to see you, sir. Just before we get to the big spin, as they say, let's find out a little bit about you. Introduce yourself to the folks at home.
My name is Bob Spaziano from Anaheim, California, and I'm a finance person for an automobile dealership.
Yeah.
And I say welcome to your car payments when you sign on the bottom line.
Well, that explains that mirthful little grin on your face at all times. Well, all right, let's get to it right now, Bob. I know Bob is all chomping at the bit to do. He's ready to come and play the gold run. Come on over here, Bob. I should remind everybody that Bob is our current champion. He's already been to the well and picked up $5,000. He now has $5,400 in his pocket right now. Good man. Let's take a look at the goal run board, please. Here it comes. Flying into place. Now, to win the big money, Bob knows exactly what he has to do. He's going to have to start on the left side and make a path, connecting the goal to the goal. Because if he makes that path, he will win $5,000. Yeah. Now, if he misses the question or he passes, the block will go up on the board, and then he must work his way around it. The last time he picked it up here, I think he picked it up with 5 seconds left because he has 60 seconds right now, and you can just keep going until time runs out.
Right.
You ready to do it?
You got it.
You think you can repeat, champ?
You got it.
All right, let's give him 60 seconds. Bob, time will begin after your first clue. Pick your letters, please.
DC.
King of the Wild Frontier.
Davy Crockett.
Correct. Pick again.
BF.
Site of many German fairy tales.
Black Forest.
Correct. Pick again.
LITB.
Situation comedy set in Mayfield.
Pass. WL.
Big Glenn Campbell hit.
Wichita Lineman.
Correct. Pick again.
NC.
Won 3 gold medals in Montreal.
Pass.
Pass. Pick.
EB.
EB. Won an Oscar for the film Marty.
Ernest Borgnine.
Correct. Pick again.
TTMAR.
A Woody Allen film. Come on, Bob. You got to make it.
Pass.
He's going to pass.
MGJ.
Captain Kangaroo's helper.
Mr. Green John.
Correct.
SC.
No, I'm sorry. It's incorrect. Pick again, please.
Mr. Green Jeans.
Mister, you knew what it was.
Yeah.
You know what it was. I'm sorry you didn't get it. You were right there. You were right there. And when I give you the answer to the one, it's just
I know.
MJG was the one we got
Jeans.
in. You said it was Mr. Green, Mr. Green's Johns. No, it's Mr. Green's Jeans. But it's nice of you to notice anyway. I'm sure he's happy about that. LITB, situation comedy set in Mayfield. Leave it to Beaver. Let's go on to the other one, please. Won 3 gold medals in the Montreal. NC, Nadia Comaneci.
Yeah.
Woody Allen film, Take the Money and Run. That was the one. I know, and that's what you wanted to do, but it didn't happen. But you did pick up 4. You got 4 correct answers. That's $100 apiece. We add that to your total right now, sir. $5,800. So you're the champ. You're still the champ. You can come right back here again. You're going to get another shot at it. Let's meet your new competition. Here she comes right now. Hi, Vanessa.
Hello.
Here we meet the vivacious Vanessa. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Good. You look it, too. Why don't you introduce yourself to the folks?
I'm Vanessa Dublin. I'm a stockbroker from Jacksonville, Florida.
Ooh.
Also an ex-Playboy bunny. I have 2 daughters. Angel was 9 and Ara was 4.
How nice. Interesting careers you've had, Vanessa. Yes. How wonderful. Well, I want to wish you good luck. You ready to play?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's get started right now. Let's take a look at our game board, please. Quick reminder to Vanessa that she is the challenger, so she is going to go red to red, and she has the advantage in the first game because she can win with as few as 4. Let's start the game out right now with the question, or the letter rather, G. Always a toss-up question. G. What G does the Big Beauty Book suggest a full-figured woman should replace? That's Bob.
Girdle?
Girdle. Bob, you were right there. Way to go, Bob. By wearing a garter belt instead. Bob was right on that one. I like that timing. Anyway, Bob's got the G working side to side.
N.
N. What N is the article of men's clothing that is said not to have one single practical purpose?
Necktie.
Bob. Necktie, you got it right. There is no reason in the world why anybody wears one of these things. Anyway, we're going to be back with more right after this commercial. Stick around. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're back right in the middle of game number 1. And Bob has made the first entrance on the board right now. He is in control, and it's time for him to pick the letter. Bob, go ahead.
L.
L. What L do Americans spend over $400 million a year, for which is about 15 times what we spend on prunes? Bob.
Laxative.
Laxatives is right. Ooh, $400 million a year on that stuff. Goodness gracious me. All right, Bob, continue.
T.
T. What tea costs $52,000 to make for Sean Connery, while other people... Bob.
Toupee.
Toupee. Toupee is right. $52,000 to not fool anybody? We know the guy's got a rug on. I mean, for 52 grand, get Paul Newman's face. All right. All right, Bob, continue on.
M.
M, he picks M. If he gets it, he's going to shut Vanessa out, and he will have game number 1 in his pocket. Here we go right now. What M is not a native Hawaiian garment because this baggy women's dress...
Muumuu.
Muumuu, says Vanessa. Yes, Muumuu is correct. Was brought to the islands by the missionaries. I didn't know that. They brought the muumuus. That explains why it's so tasteless. All right, we'll continue on right now, Vanessa. Working top to bottom.
A, please.
A. What A walks on its front knuckles and uses the sticky saliva on the tip of its giant tongue? That's Bob.
Anteater.
Anteater, yes, that's true. It is an anteater. I know a lot of you at home thought it was Sylvester Stallone, but I really don't want to get into it. All right, we continue on right now. Bob is in control, working side to side.
S.
S. And this is a win for Bob. If he gets it, Vanessa, you know you got to block him here. What S didn't own a word processor or even a typewriter and yet was able to write dozens of plays and 150 sonnets? That's Bob.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare is correct. You have won game number 1, sir. Wonderful shot. Way to do it. All right. Way to do it. Well, you know now that Bob has won game number 1 and he's got $100 in his pocket. Now, of course, if this guy goes on to win game number 2, he's going to be the champ again. He goes right back to the gold run where he could pick up $5,000. Unless, of course, Vanessa, you challenge him here. You have got to get into this game and try and tie it up here. Otherwise, it's the land of parting gifts for you. As nice as that may sound, I'm sure you want to stay around here and make some money.
I do.
So anyway, we're going to get ready right now. We're going to start game number 2. And in game number 2, we'll look at the board and let you know that Bob has the advantage in this game. Bob will be working from the top to the bottom, can win with as few as 4. All right, we continue on with game number 2. What letter are we starting with? C. What C can you firm up if it has gone limp by soaking its stalks in cold water? Vanessa.
Celery?
Yes, indeed, it is celery. We continue on. Vanessa working side to side. Pick, please.
M, please.
M, trying to make an anchor on one side here. What M should be stored in an open container and not a plastic bag? Because a generous supply of cool, moist air is needed to keep these fungi... Vanessa.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms is right. Keep these fungi fresh. Continuing from side to side, Vanessa in control.
R, please.
R. What R does Helpful Hints expert Mary Ellen say you can remove from the bumper of your car by crumpling up aluminum foil. That's Vanessa again.
Rust?
Rust, and rubbing it over the spot. Wow, interesting. Interesting. Bob usually jumps right on all the car questions and gets them right away. He's a car dealer. We'll be right back right after this. You're right back in it. Good. Way to go. All right, let's get the board up there. We're in the middle of game 2 right now. Take a look at it. As you can see, Vanessa was slow to start in game number 1, but is rapidly marching across the board right now, unless, of course, Bob has some other plans. Let's take a look at the board and see what Vanessa wants to pick.
T, please.
She picks the letter T. What T does U.S. Pharmacist magazine say that rubbing a piece of ice in the web of skin between your thumb and forefinger will relieve until you can see a dentist? Bob.
Thumbnail.
Hangnail,
something like
thumbnail.
that, whatever.
They were consistent, Bob. They were both wrong answers, so we'll continue on right now. I'll repeat this for Vanessa.
I have no idea.
What T does U.S. Pharmacist magazine say that rubbing a piece of ice in the web of skin between your thumb and forefinger will relieve until you can see a dentist?
Toothache.
Toothache is right. That is correct. All right, Vanessa in control and moving.
B, please.
B, says the lady. If she gets this B, she will have done it. She will have tied up the match. Unless, of course, Bob blocks her here if he wants to stay alive and win this game and go to the gold. What B are Sybil Shepherd and James Garner said to be receiving $1 million each to promote, and uses the slogan, real food for real people? Too much time. Too much time. That is beef. Beef is what we were looking for. They got a big deal out of the beef. Anyway, another toss-up question coming for B. What B, again, Vanessa can win here, we know that. What B is where you will have to travel if you want to attend the 1992 Summer Olympics in Spain? Bob.
Barcelona?
Barcelona is right. Vanessa knew it too. Didn't get to the switch in time. All right, Bob makes an entrance onto the board right now, and we'll continue working top to bottom.
W.
W, trying to get an anchor. What W is the fruit that some people say is the only way to eat, drink, and wash your face at the same time, Bob?
Watermelon.
Watermelon is right. All right, Bob, continuing, working top to bottom.
H.
H, a little strategy here. What H is a female who has an ass for a husband and a mule for a child? That's Bob.
A horse.
A horse. That's right. When I read the first part of this question, every woman in the audience said me. All right, we're continuing. Bob is in control. Go ahead, sir.
K.
All right, dual implication here, folks. If you know what that means that if Bob gets it, he wins the game and goes on to the gold run. If Vanessa gets it, Vanessa ties it up. Very important. It's a toss-up, as always. What K does the National Safety Council recommend you wash separately because it is difficult to see them at the bottom of a sink full of soap bubbles? And that is Vanessa. I'm sorry, too much time. We read it again for Bob. What K does the National Safety Council recommend you wash separately because it is difficult to see them at the bottom of a sink full of soap bubbles and you might cut yourself?
Knives.
Knives, and here's the winner! You knew it.
I knew it.
You knew it. I know you knew it.
I knew she knew it too.
And Bob knew you knew
I
it too.
knew it.
Oh, goodness gracious. That was tough. Because I knew you knew it, Vanessa,
I knew it.
Bob got in there first, and let's get down here. Bob, come down here and join me over here, sir. You're going to the goal run, Vanessa. You have $100, I believe. No, Vanessa, you didn't pick up the game at all. What you do get for being here on Blockbusters, our thanks, and a Tapper dishwasher. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Come on over here, Bob.
Sorry.
When we come back after this commercial, young Robert goes to the goal. We'll be right back. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with our champion who has repeated once again. Bob is all set. He's here for the third time to try and make it through the gold run. He's already done it once. Let's see what happens. Let's take a look at our gold run board right now. Now, Bob knows exactly what to do. He's going to start at the left side, and he is going to make a path connecting the goal to the gold. And once he makes that connection, I will scream at him that he has won $5,000. Now, if you miss a question, Bob, or you pass, a block's going up on the board, and you got to work your way around that. But you know how to do that one. You'll have 60 seconds. You can keep going until time runs out. You ready to do it, Bob?
You got it.
Okay, let's get started right now. Let's give him 60 seconds, please. Time will begin after your first clue, Bob. Pick your letters.
DL.
Frequently follows Johnny.
David Letterman.
Correct. Pick again.
AA.
Musical starring Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra.
Pass. SW.
SW. He recorded the #1 hit, Fingertips, Part 2.
Stevie Wonder.
Correct. Pick again.
HS.
Cook for the Cartwright family.
Hop Sing.
Correct. Pick again.
CHL.
He ate 50 eggs.
Cool Hand Luke.
Correct. Pick again.
AS.
Germany's Tokyo Rose.
Pass. NA.
NA. First person to walk on the moon.
Neil Armstrong.
You got it! Way to go. Way to go. Good. Not a bead of sweat. Not a bead of sweat. Good. Good. Way to do it. That was just terrific. Now, $5,000 in your pocket right now. Where till I get to that? I think you just missed one, am I right? I'm not sure. 2, you missed 2 up there. Let's look at it. Musical starring Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra, AA, Anchors Away. And last but not least, let's just take a look at this. AS, Germany's Tokyo Rose, Axis Sally, now singing across the street at Chadney's. All right, that didn't work out either. Well, look at the path he made. He just picked up $5,000, bringing his total to $11,000. Way to do it. Way to do it. All right, Bob, we got to do it right now. Come on over here, sir. Here comes the competition. And hop right up here, Bob. Careful when we're moving it. Hello, Annette. Welcome to you. You just saw what happened here.
Well,
Wasn't that exciting? I'm sure you'd like to do that yourself. Why don't you introduce yourself to the folks at home?
my name is Annette Winter. I am an elementary school teacher, but I'm currently enjoying a year's leave of absence.
Sabbatical.
Yeah, and end of February, we are expecting our first child.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
How nice. You got nice things to look forward to. Good luck to you, Annette.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at our game board right now for game number 1, please. And, of course, a reminder to Annette, she's the challenger. She has the advantage. She's working top to bottom and can do it in 4. Let's take a look at the letter for our first game, please. There's a G. Always a tossed-up question, hands on the buzzers. What G does Helpful Hints expert Eloise suggest you apply to yourself to lift out a thorn, and for American Elmer's is our favorite brand? Bob.
Glue.
Glue, that is right. American's Elmer's is our favorite brand. Okay, continuing, Bob, on the board first. Continue, Bob.
T.
T. What T is an average of 6 inches long in a human being and is what Joy of Cooking says?
Tongue.
Bob, tongue is right. Is best for grilling when it comes from a lamb's mouth. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Still working side to side, Bob. You're in control.
A.
A. What A means from the beginning and describes the Australian natives? Bob.
Amori.
Amori?
No, I know what it is, and I can't think of what
Okay,
it
too
is.
late, Bob. I'm going to repeat it again for Annette. What A means from the beginning and describes the Australian natives?
Adam is all I can think of.
No, it is not Adam. It is Aborigines. Aborigines is what we were looking for there. Another A question. What A does the Hershey Chocolate Company use more of than any other company? That's
Almonds?
Annette. Almonds is correct. More than any other company in the nation. So, Annette finally makes an appearance on the board right now. She's working top to bottom. We'll be right back right after this.